Hey guys, Benoit here with LPT Medical, and in this video we're going to go over some of the most common questions and concerns we hear about that you guys have when you first receive one of your portable oxygen concentrators. You're real excited to get it and have that freedom and mobility that you're about to experience, but we want to make sure you do everything correctly in terms of putting the battery in correctly, tell you about the different types of batteries, making sure you put the concentrator correctly within the carrying case if you have one, how to install the cannula, and how to use the various chargers and so on and so forth. So we're going to cover those accessories today in this video, basically how to first use your portable oxygen concentrator and how to use and to define some of the different accessories. So let's take a look. Okay guys, so let's start off with the different battery types, the most common types of batteries that you're going to see. We have here a 16 cell battery. This will get you 8 hours of battery life on a setting of 2. And here we have the 8 cell battery, which will get you 4 hours on a setting of 2, just depending on what battery you choose to get with your unit that you have received. And let's go ahead and go over how to install this battery here. I just have the Inogen 1 G3, outstanding unit, but these principles apply to basically any battery you're going to install. What you want to do is make sure that this part right here of the concentrator and this part of the battery line up. So I'm going to go ahead and line those up, and as you can see, the shapes match. You basically slide it on in there, and then you push, you'll hear a click and a beep, and that's how you know the battery's been installed correctly. So seems pretty simple and straightforward, but sometimes it can be confusing with the various batteries. There, you hear that beep again. Now if you want to take the battery out, all you do, as you probably saw earlier here, is you just go ahead and lift that latch and push it out. Easy as that. Same thing with the 8 cell battery here. As you can see, there's these little things that line up together. So you just go ahead and line them up like so. Slide it on in there. Hear the beep and the click, and you know that you are good to go on that. So again, to remove that, simply slide it out. You see the various connectors here again, and that's how you install the battery, guys. So that was the battery, guys. Now let's go ahead and go over some of the different charging options and the charger cables and what they look like. Okay guys, so here we have the various chargers. You have your standard AC charger. When you get it, it'll be like this in 2 pieces. You simply just plug that in, matching the shapes, one end and another. Very easy. This end here obviously goes into the wall. This end here will plug right into your unit. Here is, and units can be different, but generally speaking, these principles apply across the board. Your charging port will be somewhere here on the top, generally towards the back. Here is the one on the Inogen G3. So you would simply just go ahead and plug that in, plug it in the wall, and you're good to go. Let it, when you first receive this machine, you want to let it fully charge. So as soon as you get it out, you plug in that charger, put in the battery, obviously, put it in the wall, and let it sit until it's fully charged. The way you'll know it's fully charged is on the display here, you'll be able to see an indication of it being fully charged. You won't have to press anything. Very simple. Let it sit. You'll see the little bars until it's fully charged, and that's what you want to do when you first receive the unit. Now there is a DC charging option as well, and this is something you can use to charge a unit when you're on the go in a car, something like that. On this end here, you just plug that into the unit like so. Take it out just as easily. The other end here. Now there is a switch you'll want to pay attention to. If you have an older vehicle, the W here will apply, and that's for wider ports. So you'll just plug that in to the DC charger in your car. But if that's too big, you'll switch it down to the N here, plug it in, and you're good to go. That's your DC charger that you can use to charge the unit while on the go. Alright guys, and now let's just go ahead and take a quick look at the carrying case and how to install your unit properly into the carrying case if you have purchased one of those. Okay guys, so what you always want to remember with these carrying cases is there's a big hole and a little hole. The big hole is for the cannula, and the little hole is here for the charger in the back. So it is important to put the unit in correctly so that it is working correctly. All the vents and various aspects of this case are designed for the unit. So if it's not done correctly, your unit may not work correctly and you may not get the amount of oxygen you need. So this is a very important step. So you go ahead, you just put it in there, and again, this is how you know it's been done correctly. You see this big hole, there's only two holes, 1 and 2. The big hole goes over the cannula port, small hole here for the charger. That's how you know you put it in correctly. And then of course here's the bottom, you just go ahead and zip it up. Alright guys, and now let's just very quickly go over how to install the cannula on your new machine. Okay guys, here we have a brand new cannula. Basically you'll see this end right here, the large end, is just going to simply slide right onto the cannula port here. Pretty simple, self-explanatory. The other holes here at the end obviously will go into your nasal passages. So pretty easy to use the cannula. Again, there's one end here that just slides right onto there, and obviously the other ends go into your nasal passages. And these are the cannulas. Okay guys, so hope that little video was helpful for you if you have just received your new unit. Again, we know that you're probably pretty excited to get started. We're excited for you, but it is very important to make sure that everything is installed and charged correctly before you actually start using the unit. So again, it's important to understand your batteries, make sure they're installed properly. We went over that. If you do have a carrying case, it's important to install the unit into the carrying case correctly so that the holes line up and you're not obstructing any part of the machine. It is obviously important to use the cannula correctly. We went over that, pretty simple. And it is very important to understand your charging options, AC versus DC, when to use those, how to use those, and how that can allow you to use the machine while charging. So guys, hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, you can call any of our respiratory specialists here at LPT Medical, 1-800-946-1201. We'd be happy to help you with any of your questions or concerns, and hopefully we can help you get one of these amazing portable oxygen concentrators into your hands if you're somebody who needs oxygen and is looking to increase your quality of life, mobility, and freedom and all that. So thanks again for watching. Hope this was helpful. Give us a call at 1-800-946-1201 if you have any questions. Thank you.